Welcome to JMO with Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, September 20th, and Joe, I think the NFL's drunk.
Yeah, the NFL is drunk, and Vegas took advantage of them.
Vegas, drunk NFL is like that girl that's at the bar that just had way too many, and then Vegas is that creepy dude that just sees that and goes over, swoops in at the end of the night, carries this girl out, and basically just rapes her when they get home.
Yeah.
This is what Vegas did. They raked in the dough, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I know they made a lot of money off of me. I went 1 for 11 on Sunday.
Yeah, and I went 1 for 10
No,
on Sunday.
Bad. It was so bad. I was crying. Like it was so bad. I deleted. So all right, I ended up making money. Well, I didn't make money. I just made some of it back on Monday because I had the Eagles and the Bills spread.
Okay.
So I ended up making a little bit of it back, but I lost most of it. It was so bad that I withdrew all my money out of the sportsbook app and I deleted them all.
Ooh,
I've deleted
that bad.
Oh yeah, I've deleted all my sportsbook apps.
You do realize it's only week 2.
Yes, Joe. Yes, and that's how bad it was. it was terrible. I felt like I got raped by Vegas too. I think I got taken advantage of by Vegas, and I don't appreciate it. Don't appreciate it, Vegas. I deleted you.
Not very nice.
No, I deleted you. Yeah. So it was an odd weekend. I kind of want to start with the Monday games because those are the games that made me happy.
Okay.
And then we'll go start Monday and then go basically in reverse order that it happened. We'll end off in Thursday's game.
Okay.
So yeah, the Vikings-Eagles. Eagles are good. Eagles are very good.
Eagles are good. Yes. No, this was definitely like a tale of hype trains, and to see which one was true, and that would mean the Eagles hype train is true. The Vikings, we'll have to wait and see.
Yes. Oh, I like that. It was like two trains racing each other, and they just actually, you know what? What was that game that they played back in the medieval times where they had two horses on either side and they
jousting?
Yeah, jousting.
Yeah,
that's what they did. And the Vikings were on the ground, Eagles were on top of them, pummeling them in the face.
Yeah.
I watched Game of Thrones today, or not Game of Thrones, House of Dragons today. Is that what it's called?
Yes, House of Dragons.
House of Dragons today, in the latest episode. Spoiler alert! So close your ears if you haven't seen the latest episode. There was a scene where a guy, I don't really understand the whole scene, but this one part of the scene where the guy is just beating this guy's face into a pulp, and then they show the guy's face, and half of it's missing.
There was a lot of bashing going on.
Yeah, there was bashing. A lot of bashing in that episode.
They threw a bash for the bashing.
Yes. And so that's basically what happened here. And honestly, the NFC as a whole is kind of trash. So, like, it is very possible that the Eagles can go to the NFC Championship game.
You know what? The biggest thing I took out of this is the Lions are good. Mm-hmm. The Lions are good. Not only did they beat the Commanders,
which we'll get to.
We'll get to later. They also played the Eagles close, who the Eagles beat the Vikings, and the Vikings beat the Green Bay Packers.
So they're going to the NFC Championship game.
So
it's the Lions. It's going to be the Lions versus Eagles.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's going to suck.
Yes. No, that's going to be awesome because we're going to Dan Campbell in an NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
He's probably going to cry during the game.
He'll cry. He'll have a pre-cry, mid-cry, and post-cry.
Yeah, halftime when they have the interview, There'll be a cry. Yes.
It'll pump me up.
Exactly.
It'll pump me up. The only problem I would have with that is the Saints wouldn't be in the NFC Championship. That's the reason why I don't like that. But
you're the one that put Eagles in there.
It
could very well be the Lions Saints.
Well, let's go Lions Saints. I like that.
We never said the Lions were going to win. We just said they were going to the NFC Championship.
Right, that's true. Okay, so Lions Saints. I'm not putting any money on that because I'm taking a break from gambling for a little bit because, that was bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Eagles are good. The Vikings are okay. They're probably mid in the NFC. I'd say maybe closer to the lower tier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kirk Cousins started Kirk Cousins again.
Yeah, he did Kirk Cousins again.
Yep.
That was nice to see.
3 interceptions.
Yeah, 27 for 46 for 220 yards. He threw the ball 46 times, only 221 yards, 1 tutty, and 3 interceptions. prime Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
It's what we all look for in Kirk Cousins. And then he had was it this week that he had that dad shirt on in the post game press conference?
That was last week.
That was last week.
Yes.
That was kind of funny. It
Yeah.
was just like he looked like the most suburban dad of all time.
He looked like he was giving a press conference of after cutting the yard.
Cutting the grass, yes. Like he's like, man, I had 2 Miller Lights. They were ice cold. My New Balances got a little green stain on them, but my jorts were good throughout the whole time. Didn't even get swamp ass.
Yep.
So that's basically what I took away from this game. The Eagles are fucking good. Jalen Hurts is a fantasy gold mine. I think his stat, he had like, what did he have? He had
like 20
two rushing touchdowns.
Pretty efficient too, 26 to 31.
Yeah, 26-31, 333 yards, and he did have an interception, but I mean, come on. It's Jalen Hurts. He's going to throw an interception. He had a passing touchdown, but he had 2 rushing touchdowns and 57 yards rushing. So, like, it's nice. Like,
if you're going to throw an interception, or if you're going to be that explosive, you have leeway to throw an interception.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody discredited Peyton Manning, for throwing an interception during a game whenever he was throwing 4 or 5 touchdowns a game.
Exactly. As long as you can come out with a W and a W like this one, you can throw an interception.
You got some leeway.
Yes. So I just don't think the NFC has any good players or any good teams. Like we there's like 3 at the top and then the rest are just trash. So I don't know. I'm also like really down about the NFC and football in general or the NFL in general because we'll get to the Saints game.
We'll get it.
I think the NFL and the refs have something against the Saints. I don't know what the fuck it is. But they just do. Okay.
Not now.
Not now. We'll get to that. I got pre-hot.
I could see that boiling up.
Yeah, my blood was boiling a little bit. Yeah.
I was like, we got to wait on this.
All right, you got anything else on this Eagles Vikings?
That's it.
Bro, I saw this meme going around cuz we're getting this is a good segue cuz the Bills are our next game we're talking about. But I saw that, obviously it's been going around the internet, but if the Bills and the Eagles go to the Super Bowl, the country's going to just shut down. It's going to burn itself. Like, I don't think we, like the meme said, we don't have the capacity to handle a Bills versus Eagles Super Bowl.
No, I don't think so.
They will burn the whole country.
Yes. Given the fans, yeah. I mean, whoever has to host that Super Bowl. I don't know who's hosting this year, but
let's figure that out.
Good luck with that.
That's a good point. Let me see.
They're all going to be condensed into one city.
Yep.
And that city is done. It's done for.
Let's see. City hosting Super Bowl.
Well, in 2022.
Oh
gosh.
Oh no. That's 2024.
No. Where's 2023?
State Farm in Glendale, Arizona. Okay, so yeah, Arizona's already really hot, so that whole state's just gonna burn.
It's gonna burn even more.
It's gonna be like a missing puzzle piece from the U.S.
I mean, with it being that hot, all you really need is just like a match.
Yeah.
A match to light it.
Yeah, and
light it up.
They do in Philly and in Buffalo. They do way more than just light a match. They torch the place. There will be no unbroken tables and no cars that aren't overturned.
Mm-hmm.
There's just and then light posts. You better just take down your light posts right now.
Yes,
Philly fans do not like light posts.
No, not at all. They take them down like goalposts.
Yes, they do. That is the Philly goalpost. There's only 2 goalposts to take down in the football game, so they gotta take their aggression out somewhere else.
And think how many tables there are. They're just
There's
all
so
the
many
restaurants.
tables.
All the restaurants are they're gonna have to lock up. I don't even think locking up is gonna be the correct thing to do. I think you're gonna have to put your tables in storage because otherwise they're gonna be taken out into the street and they're gonna be cracked in half.
Yes, they will. I think, and if they take all the tables away, they're gonna jump on the countertops and try and break those.
Yes.
So. Anyways, yeah. So good segue. Let's get to the Bills versus Titans.
A lot of bashing.
The Bills are going to the AFC Championship game. Like it's like 2 things I got out of this. It's panic time. Yes, I know we're only 2 weeks in. It's panic time for Titans, and the Bills are going to the AFC Championship. I think they might even go to the Super Bowl. They are a fucking wagon.
It's funny because it only took like 13 seconds for them to get out of contention of last Super Bowl, and it seems like it's only taking 13 seconds for their games this year to be out of contention.
Yeah,
like they're reversing
right off the bat,
reversing roles right now.
Bro, Stephon Diggs is a monster. We knew that, but it's always nice to get like reaffirmed. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just what he had. 14 targets, caught the ball 12 times, 148 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
And some of them were just, he just defeated them.
Yes, he did. He is an elite wide receiver for sure. Easy, top 5. I think maybe top 5 wide receiver in the game.
Yeah.
It's always nice when you have Josh Allen throwing you the ball, though.
I was about to say, that's
always a good thing.
That definitely helps elevate his game up.
But I mean, Josh Allen obviously he trusts Stephon Diggs. Like he had 14 targets. The next closest had 5, and that was Dawson Knox, his tight end.
Yeah.
So like it's clear who his favorite target is.
And if Gabe Davis is the only one I think has any threat of taking like targets away, which he didn't take that many targets away last game. Gabe Davis also had a great game well.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Gabe Davis is going to take targets away from people like Crowder, Gilliam, and like maybe even Dawson Knox.
Yeah.
But he's not going to take targets away from Diggs.
Yeah. But yeah, no, absolutely phenomenal performance.
And it's like, yeah, dude. And the crazy part is that defense is going to get better when they get Tre'Davious White back. I don't know when he's coming back, but their best corners out, and they're still just wrecking people.
Yeah.
People are saying they've never seen a Buffalo Bills team like this. I mean, the '90s had some pretty good Buffalo Bills teams. But
I mean, they might not won much, but they made it there all the time, and that's damn good.
They're like the Georgia of college football right now.
The Georgia of college football before this previous year.
Correct. Wait, what? Before? No, I'm talking about this year. Georgia is a wagon in college football.
Oh, you're talking about this year. Okay.
Yeah. Georgia. This might be one of the best. Last year's Georgia team was great. I think this Georgia team might be better.
And how?
Somehow.
And how?
They lost like 15 draft picks.
Yeah, most of them are starting in the NFL right now.
Yeah, exactly. It is pretty crazy what Kirby Smart has built there. But we can talk about some college football later. Yeah, that's pretty much what I took away from this Bills-Titans game.
Yeah.
I won money. Thank you, Bills. And I deleted my apps. So I felt good.
You came out on top.
No, I didn't. But I came out. That was a W for me.
You came out.
Not out of the closet. So let's get that straight. I got out.
I was just thinking the last one was a win.
Yes, so I ended on a win.
Yes.
That's what it is.
But then that's what you have to do is you got to be like you were basically like a guy that was traded mid-season. He was on a losing team but got traded to a Super Bowl contender and won that that Super Bowl, and then you went out.
Yeah, I'm Von Miller.
Von Miller.
I'm Von Miller. But yeah, it's kind of a relief to be out. It's like I got rid of that vice because it was. They make it so easy, dude. I can literally deposit money into my account and start betting immediately, all within like 30 seconds.
And they tell me what to bet.
Yes.
I don't even have to think about what to bet.
And here's the thing: there were some games where I like the Chicago Packers game. I picked closing my eyes, and I picked wrong. Like it was just not my weekend.
No,
it was bad.
Nobody's weekend.
Like everybody I've been talking to has lost. Like again, I got this get rich quick scheme. You fade my picks and boom, you're rich.
Oh, you would have made a fortune.
You would have been 11-1.
Yep.
You would have won 11 fucking bets.
Yep.
I don't even care if you bet like $20 on each of those bets. You would have been loaded. All right. Anyways, let's get back to the games. You got anything else on the Bills Titans?
I think the Titans have one set game plan, and everybody knows it.
Yes. Yeah. Variable needs to change something up because man, Tannehill ain't it. Henry's old, and once Hilliard gets back, it'll be a little bit easier. But And, like,
It's basically if they get down, they have to stay up the entire game.
Yeah.
And if they get down, they're done.
Done.
They're toast.
Yeah, so they got Titans again. This is way too early to tell, but I'm saying panic button right now. They're hitting. You got to hit the panic button if you're a Titans fan.
Yeah.
Bills, congratulations. Y'all are they have some of the best fans too. But anything else?
That's about it.
All right, let's get to the Packers Bears. I know they were in Lambeau, but Rodgers still owns the Bears. Still the Bears owner. Here's an interesting stat. This is one of those Chicago Bears. Tell me you don't trust your quarterback throwing the ball without telling me you don't trust your quarterback throwing the ball. I thought last week was a fluke because of the weather. They actually don't want Justin Fields throwing the ball.
No.
So in the last 2 games, he has had a total of 28 pass attempts. 28 pass attempts total in the first 2 games. That is less than half of what Joe Flacco threw week 1. Just 1 week.
Wow.
So you have an old-ass quarterback throwing the ball in 1 game twice as much as your young quarterback, Justin Fields, is in 2 games.
Definitely should be reversed.
It should be reversed, right? That's what I thought when I saw that stat. I was like, that's not good. That's definitely not good. Yeah, it's that Montgomery looked good. The running backs look good in this game.
All the running backs.
Yes, Montgomery looked good. AJ Dillon did his AJ Dillon things. Like, he's a fucking bull.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones looked good. He caught the ball well. David Montgomery looked good. I think he just runs well. Like, I think he's a good running back on a shit team.
Yes.
And the play calling was Matt Nagy-ish, so that's scary for Bears fans.
They just can't get away from him.
No, Matt Nagy will haunt their dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all I took away from that. The Packers, they did exactly what they did last year. Well, they didn't start very well the first 2 games last year, but like they just start slow. They start slow. I think Aaron Rodgers put some ayahuasca. Oh, did you see that celebration? The ayahuasca celebration?
No.
Okay, so Green Bay, they did this celebration in the end zone, and they pretended like they were drinking tea. And then they all passed out, or like some of them were passed out. It was awesome. It was great. I love when teams and players like this lean into what they get made fun of.
Very supportive of their quarterback.
Yes, absolutely, and you have to be. You have to be. Sammy Watkins, 3 catches, 93 yards. I love that.
Made a little comeback.
I love when there's like one of my favorite stats of all time is the Randy Moss stat where he had 3 catches, like 149 yards and 3 touchdowns. I don't remember how many yards, but you know what I'm saying? 139 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
It's like every catch was just this bomb.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorite stats. So like this guy averaged 31 yards a catch.
And like that's the thing. Some teams are just going to forget that he was a number 4 pick in the draft and that he has incredible speed and that he still has incredible speed even though he's old. And
he's not even that old.
And Aaron Rodgers is gonna take advantage.
Absolutely.
I don't know. He seems like he's been in the league for quite some time.
I just remember when he was at Clemson and he's the reason they won that national championship. Like he dominated.
Yeah, he was a very good ball player.
They would literally just throw him a screen pass, and then he would do everything.
He's so fast.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What anything else from this game? Like that was pretty. Lazard had his comeback. He had a touchdown. It was fine. Yeah, like the running backs looked good. Green Bay did Green Bay things. I think Green Bay is going to be fine. They're going to make the playoffs. I still think they're going to. I predicted the Packers to win the NFC North, and with the Vikings' performance last night, I feel a lot better about it.
Yeah,
I feel a lot better about that. So yeah,
it probably will be that, and that will be the case. But I mean, that's the thing. Matt LaFleur has formulated this team like he really wants it to, and that's just it's going to be the specialty is going to be run offense, and it's going to be a nasty defense.
Yep. Dude, I can see like in the NFC how bad it is that I can see the like two wild cards being 9-8.
Ooh.
I think I could see that happening.
No hope. No hope for the NFC.
No, yeah, you're right. I'm all the way out on the NFC right now. So like, I really do think that like it could be, like the Vikings and because I'm just assuming that the Saints are gonna win the NFC South. It could be the Vikings Bucks, and both could be at 9-8 or maybe 10-7.
Okay.
So
you're really buying into the flashy AFC right now with
the AFC
with
is
the
so
LA
good.
Chargers, the Patrick Mahomes,
Buffalo Bills,
the
Baltimore Ravens,
Miami Dolphins.
Like, I'm all in,
Okay.
all in on the like. I'm obviously an NFC fan, but like right now the AFC is electric.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. We'll get to the Baltimore-Miami game because that was the best game of the weekend. But, like, unreal. You got anything else on the Packers-Bears?
That's about it.
Alrighty. Let's see. We got the Cardinals-Raiders. This one was, like, a low-key, like, awesome fucking game. Like, this was, like, a slept-on awesome game.
Yeah.
I just think it was just two not great teams that just had a really great game against each other.
Yeah, I would have to say. And this was the start of kind of the theme a little bit. And, I mean... You could call it, like, drunk. You can call it whatever. But, like, there was so many comebacks this week.
There were.
And
this was and that's part of being drunk.
Yes.
They're unpredictable. You never know.
Yes.
You never know.
It was a puking rally. These were puking rallies.
Oh, yes. So the NFL got drunk, and they puked and rallied.
And puked and rallied.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
All right. Dude, Kyler Murray is ridiculous at avoiding sacks. It's unreal. Did you see the highlights of this game? Or did you watch the game? I didn't watch the game. I saw the highlights.
I saw the highlights as well.
He's unreal. So while I'm watching him avoid these sacks, it's just like I remember that. I think it was a Geico commercial or something where the fisherman is holding $1 over the chick's head, and he's like pulling it up every time she goes to grab it, and he's like, "Oh, you got to be quicker than that. You got to be quicker than that." I'm just thinking that the whole time, like Kyler Murray's just sitting there. Oh, you got to be quicker than that.
Right.
You got to be quicker than that. Like, because they couldn't catch him.
No, they could not.
Insane.
That
2-point conversion that he ran in was unbelievable.
20 seconds it lasted.
20. Yeah, that's what I. Oh, okay, so you timed it.
It was It was timed as 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's dude. Okay, so Marquise Brown had this insane catch in between two defenders. I don't know if you saw it, but he had this insane catch in between two defenders. It was like a Houdini effect. Like that ball disappeared and then somehow reappeared in his arm.
Yes, I was about to say. I had that jotted down as well. That was a crazy catch.
Yeah. And it's gonna be. I think Eric. Here's the thing. I know how the Cardinals are in the second half of the season. I think they break that this year.
Well, they broke it this game.
No,
they finished this game.
Yeah, but they always start strong, and everybody's like, "Oh, the Cardinals are hot garbage." I think they're going. I think they're going to build and get better as the season goes on. Even though Modern Warfare, because we're making light of how Kyler Murray gets worse after Modern Warfare or after Call of Duty comes out.
Yep.
I think because we're making light of it, it's going to completely shift and change the way the Arizona Cardinals record's going to go. I think they're going to start kind of slow because, I mean, they went into OT with the Raiders, which isn't the worst, but I think they're going to be third or fourth in the AFC West. So how good is that?
The NFC West?
No, I think the Raiders are going to be...
Oh, Raiders are going to be... Okay,
Yeah,
I thought you were saying Cardinals. Never mind.
No, not the Cardinals.
My
I
bad.
think the Cardinals actually might win that division.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be them or San Fran, in my opinion.
Okay.
Who else? They got the Seahawks, San Fran, Cardinals, and there's one other team. Why can't I think of the other team?
It's probably a forgettable team.
No, maybe. All right. Oh, my gosh. Why can't I think of this? All right. Well, I'm just going to look it up because I got it right here. The LA Rams. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm going to stick with it, even though I think the LA Rams could be a wild card team. Yeah. Bold prediction. Hot take. Cardinals winning the NFC West.
It's a hot take.
Yeah. Very hot take.
Even with Jimmy G coming back, which we'll get to later.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to get to that. Let's see. We had AJ Green catch was unreal. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yep.
That was pretty fucking crazy. He's always been one of the best. He was great at Georgia. He's great at Cincinnati. He's just He's an unbelievable wide receiver.
Yeah. I mean, he might be getting at that age where he's not doing it on a consistent basis, but it's basically like, I may not be as good as I once was, but I'm good once as I ever been.
Yep.
Like
that
he's
Toby
just
Keith song.
Yes. Yeah. So he's gonna have those moments like that.
Yep. This was a great uniform game. So like I love the Arizona Cardinals uniforms, and they just match well with the Raiders, like black and gray or black and silver.
Yeah, I can see that.
It was pleasing to the eyesight.
Pleasing to the eye.
My last point I had on this was the Raiders. Okay, if they're like within 5 to 10 yards of the end zone, like if they're in the red zone, just float it to Darren Waller every time.
Oh yeah.
Like this, it's automatic touchdown. Like you might have to do it twice. Like once it might not work, but the next time it's going to work. He's going to catch the ball over any cornerback.
Yeah.
Like
he's really kind of a replica of Jimmy Graham.
He really is.
And that's what.
Except he's like bigger. He might not be as tall, but he's bigger.
Yeah, and he's just going to be bigger taller than everybody else, and he's going to be able to jump higher,
especially the cornerbacks.
Yes. So his high point is just way beyond any cornerback that you're going to see.
Correct.
Because name me like a 6'5", name me a 6'3" cornerback. For the most part, I think there is.
There might be one.
There might be one, but at the same time, it's few and far between because they got to be the quickest guys on the field, which are typically not the tallest guys on the field.
Not the tallest, no. The tall guys are those guys like Derrick Henry, where it takes them about 10, 15 yards to get galloping to their top speed. With the corners, man, you need acceleration.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have those small, like short guys that can get going immediately.
Speaking of short guys, Hunter Renfrow needs to go down.
Yeah.
He needs to go down. I applaud the effort. We know you put forth a lot of effort. You look like you should be a walk-on a high school team.
Yes.
But, go down.
Down. Speaking of short guys again, Kyler Murray looked a little taller in those uniforms.
A little bit taller in the uniforms.
I think he looked taller in those uniforms. It might be the stripe going down the side, but I think he looked taller in the uniforms.
You don't think it's the fro? It's
lifting
the helmet up a little bit.
That could be it too. I think you're right. Yep. He just looked a little taller today. I don't know what it was.
You know what? Honestly, I think more quarterbacks that are run quarterbacks should get that fro. It's extra cushion. No worry about CTE.
Yep. No concussions or nothing.
Yeah. So, look, safety first, Kyler.
Yes. Grow a fro. Good for you, Kyler Murray. Good for you, calamari. You got anything else in the game?
That's about it.
Okay, let's get to the Texans-Broncos. Boring. That's basically all I got for this game. It was boring. Like, when the most exciting part of your game is a 50-yard field goal, it's a boring fucking game.
Yeah, the fans actually booed.
They booed.
The Broncos fans who actually won booed, and that was out of straight boredom.
Yes. If the winning team fans boo, if the fans of the winning team boos, you have a big entertainment issue.
Yes, I think they have a right to boo. I mean, you come there.
So many field goals.
You go there for entertainment, and that was not entertainment.
You pay your hard-earned money to get entertained by these guys, and you go there and you watch 19 field goals get kicked.
Not to mention, we can always bring up, which we probably will every single week, that you're paying your quarterback $250 million a year, or his entire contract, but
yes,
you get it.
$254 over 5 years, 6 years?
Something like that.
It's a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
And, you remember the saying, let Russ cook? That man's cooking ramen right now. He's cooking ramen. He ain't even throwing the extra egg in there. He's just dabbling a little bit of the chicken spice and not even putting the whole bag in. Like this, he needs to find a new profession.
Yep, and less ride. No, it's more like let's sit.
Let's sit down.
Yeah.
Sit on the bench. Well, let's sit. Let's see. Davis Mills didn't have a great game. Pierce didn't look too bad. Like I want to say something nice about the Texans because they're just not a good football team. Our boy Derek Stingley had a decent game.
Yeah, he had some good pass breakups.
Yeah, he did. He which is nice because he's very, very young, which is always good for the Texans. Cordell Sutton looked pretty good. That's all I got on the Broncos. I mean, Russell was 14 of 31, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Yeah, I mean, literally nothing happened. Like Saulbert was the one that caught a touchdown pass. Nobody even knows who that is.
Dude, I don't know who half these people are. I heard of Hinton. Unfortunately, Jared Jeudy went out. Did you? I think he got hurt, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty. That sucks.
Yeah, especially
he was on a fucking roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon. Yeah, on the Broncos. That was weird, but again, just a boring fucking game. That's it. That's all I got for this.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, let's get to the Bengals Cowboys. Everything in me wants to defend Joe Burrow, and I have to. I'm a diehard LSU fan. He gave me literally the greatest year of my life.
Mm-hmm.
He has no time. I have a nice little stat for you, Joe.
Still with the offensive line woes.
Dude, Joe Burrow in the last 2 games has been sacked 13 times.
Jeez.
The rest of the AFC North combined has 8. Has 8 sacks. So this guy is just like they can't. I don't know what they're doing here. They have to get Joe Burrow some time. Now, granted, I will say this: Micah Parsons is a dog.
Yeah,
Micah Parsons is good.
He's good.
Good.
And he might be a better pass rusher than he is a linebacker.
I agree.
Which he's a damn good linebacker.
An amazing linebacker. He has got the entire package. Slept on defensive player. I mean, I don't think he is anymore, but he's man among boys type thing. Not a great look to lose to the Cowboys, but Cooper Rush didn't look bad. Cooper Rush actually played a decent game. It was I can't really I don't want to I mean he was 19 of 31, 235 yards and a touchdown. I can't fault him. I can't fault the Bengals because again, this is me being completely biased. Because they did just lose to the Cowboys without Dak Prescott. I'm gonna chalk this up to you didn't have any film on Cooper Rush, so you couldn't game plan for him.
I was gonna say the same thing. It seems like there's always that surprise with those backup quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Whenever because remember we had Mike White look like he was the best quarterback in the whole NFL.
That's true.
Last week. But you have to chalk it up to defenses can't scheme.
Yeah. So honestly, what I would do is whoever, I don't care who the Cowboys are playing next, bet on the spread for the team that they're playing against.
Yep. Because, that's the thing. You get the tendencies out of those quarterbacks, and honestly, you can't figure out what the game plan is going to be for their star players, CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, and all that, because typically your backup quarterback has better chemistry with the backup wide receivers, hence why we saw Noah Brown go for 5 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown, which was a great touchdown snag.
Yep, I agree. Ooh, it's the Cowboys versus the Giants. Cowboys at the Giants.
Ooh.
The Giants minus 2.5. You slam that.
Give me Saquon Barkley over yardage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Barkley's back, man. I love it, dude. He's looking great. The Giants aren't the most talented team, but, they're winning, and he's playing out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, not as hot as he was the first game, but
right.
That'll be good. That'll be good to see that game, and it'll be a Monday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You got anything else on the Bengals Cowboys?
That's about it.
Okay. We got the next game is the Seahawks versus the 49ers. I guess Geno Smith wrote back. He eventually wrote back because he did not look good. There was not one offensive touchdown.
No offensive touchdown there. So now that we've got film on how Geno Smith is now and not in the past.
Yep.
Comes back in.
Yeah.
with not as great of a game. So kind of what we suspected of the Seahawks.
Yeah,
so it's not really.
This isn't a surprise.
No.
Also, the 49ers are literally the only team that gets better when their starting quarterback goes down.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind. There's no way. It doesn't make any sense. It just that 49ers interception was a momentum changer. That was I think the Seahawks were down. It was like 2 minutes left in the first half. They were going into halftime. They were like in the red zone, and there was like a interception, and you just felt the momentum change.
Oh, it's
and because they got the interception, they ended up going like 3-and-out or something, and then they punted the ball. Seattle muffed the punt. San Fran scored right before the half, and it should have been like 7-13 going into halftime. It ended up being 20-0.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it was one of those shifts that one interception was the game changer.
I mean, you got to think of it from the psychic perspective, and like because when you get down to the red zone. I mean, even though it's not always guaranteed, but in your mind you're thinking, okay, well, there's 7 or 3 points coming up. Mm-hmm. And when you can take that away from a team, I mean, that's defeating. Because,
yes.
I mean, you made it all the way down there.
Yeah.
You put in the effort, you put in the work, everything was working, only to come up short with nothing. It's almost... A turnover at that point is more of a momentum build for the opposite team, but it's almost as bad as like missing a field goal too.
Right. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, came away with nothing.
Nothing. Deebo Samuel's still a dog. Like he's so good.
Yes.
He's still one of the best players. He's gonna be like week in, week out, he's gonna be one of the best players on the field. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
It's just I you know what? He doesn't even look like he's a speedster, but he is.
He is, yeah. You're right.
He looks like he's just like some guy that's like somebody who's pretty fast, but he's got some size to him. Mm-hmm. And he's like a DK Metcalf.
Which that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. DK Metcalf's non-existent. Like what happened? He's not doing anything.
I mean, when the offense is sputtering, like, I don't know. I feel like
he was targeted like 6 times, and he caught 4 balls for 35 yards. Is him and Geno Smith just not cool?
No, and the thing is you saw Tyler Lockett benefit a little bit more, which Tyler Lockett is the prime example of a wide receiver who thrives with a scrambling quarterback.
Yeah.
Because he knows how to find the open spot when the quarterback is scrambling.
Okay, I see. So DK's I'm going to run my route, and if you can't find me, then that's it.
That's it.
Gotcha. Okay. You got anything else in this game?
That's about it.
Alrighty, let's get to the Falcons Rams. The Falcons almost came back. That was crazy. That was a little cray-cray because they scored 17 points in the fourth quarter, and if I'm a Rams fan, I was like, I would have been sweating.
Oh, definitely. I mean, in this game, it's just the thing is like when you have a joke that's played on you, you can't play it on somebody else.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
they are notorious for allowing people to come back.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. If you noticed, it was 28-3 in the third quarter.
Was it really?
Yes, 28-3 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. So they tried to do the exact joke that was played on them. And that never works.
No,
everybody sees that coming.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's too obvious.
You're just like the guy. It's like, dude, can you come up with something original?
Yeah.
Like that's already been done. We already did that.
Yeah.
And not only has somebody already did it, it was done to you.
Exactly.
Like you look bad.
You look bad.
You look bad. Here's the thing. I hate Atlanta, the Falcons so much. They're the worst team in the NFL. But I will say something nice. Drake London, that guy.
Oh,
Drake London is that guy.
He is that guy.
He is very good. It's like we suspected earlier. We said this a couple weeks ago. He is that guy. He's very, very good. But Also, I think Marcus Mariota had a decent game. One of his 2 interceptions needs to be attributed to Cordell Patterson, okay? So here's what we need to do. We need to come together and start dishing out interceptions to players that are not the quarterback. So if it's like, did you see that the interception that just basically got tipped off of Cordell Patterson's hand?
Yeah, I mean, he bounced it up and tried to look for it again, and he just bounced it. It went right to the defense. Right. Like, the defense always has an advantage on the tip ball.
Yes, absolutely. And then, Marcus Mariota, actually, he was the reason that he didn't make the tackle, but he was the reason he got tackled. Mm-hmm. And that should not count against Marcus Mariota.
No, yeah, you're right. There needs to be 2 stat lines for interceptions. It's like intentional interceptions and,
Right. So you got the you know how it's the INT for interception?
Yeah.
The INT, the int. That's an intentional interception.
Okay.
And then the unint is the unintentional interception.
Yes.
But it should be attributed to Cordell Patterson.
Yes.
Because that's not fair. Let's see, what else?
Or so instead of just doing 2 different categories, just do interceptions, but like you said, contributed to Cordell Patterson. So yes. Cordell Patterson had whatever stat line he had and an interception.
Yep. So Cooper Kupp is just, he's unreal. He will save people's fantasy teams.
Yes, he will.
Yeah, like that catch he had in the back of the end zone. Unreal. It's just he does this every single week. Matt Stafford loves him. They're the Breakfast Club or whatever. Matt Stafford wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, the biggest thing I got from this, I love Matthew Stafford. He has a new play that he has invented. It's called the fadeaway fade.
The fadeaway fade?
The fadeaway fade. And he does it. He did it twice in the end zone. So most people with the mechanics, you do like your 3-step drop or your 5-step drop, and then you do the fade pass. He doesn't bother to stop.
No.
He just keeps fading backwards. It's the fadeaway fade touchdown pass. If you look at both of those touchdowns, or 2 of his touchdowns that he had for passing, yeah, it's his new play. But, I mean, the thing is like when you're Josh Allen, Stafford, Rodgers, Mahomes, mechanics really don't matter. Or Kyler Murray, they don't mean shit.
No, they don't.
When you have that talent level, they don't mean shit.
You're absolutely right. If you can do what they can do physically, like Lamar Jackson's insane. Like, we'll get to that game.
Yeah.
I think that's the next game. But, it's the next game. But, yeah, those types of players are just wild.
Yeah.
This is also something that's kind of nice that I'll say about Atlanta, but I don't really want to say it, but I will. Atlanta's going to be that team. I think that, they're going to have a shit record, but you're not going to want to play them because they can come up and scare you anytime.
They'll be competitive.
They'll be competitive week in, week out. I think it's what most people are saying about the Saints, but I'm not going to say that about the Saints.
They'll be like the Lions last year, where they were legitly in every single game,
right?
Even though they were a bad team,
terrible record. I agree. It's just like our buddy in our fantasy league last year. He had overall, I think he had the second most points in our fantasy league, but he had the worst record.
Yeah.
He just kept playing everybody who had great weeks.
Yes.
And I think that's just the way the Falcons are going to be. But yeah, anything else in this?
That's about it.
Alrighty, let's get to the best game of the week. The game of the week, the Dolphins versus the Ravens.
Absolutely.
This is insane. 42-38, a wonderful over game. It from start to finish. It started with a 103-yard kickoff return.
Yes.
This game was electric from start to finish.
Yep.
28 points in the fourth quarter by the Dolphins. Tua's. Here's the thing. I have my problems with Tua, but when your receivers are that good, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even fucking matter because Tyreek Hill is so fast that he gets enough distance in between him and the cornerback that Tua can underthrow the ball and it'll still be fine because the cornerback is 6 yards behind him.
I mean, you just anticipate a deep ball
Yeah.
before the guy's even open, because either Waddle or Tyreek Hill both are like almost identical in play.
Yes.
They're just going to get behind the defense.
Yep. I just wanted to share these stat lines. Like the both the quarterback stat lines were just insane. Lamar Jackson was 21 of 29 for 318 yards and 3 touchdowns, 119 rush yards and 1 rushing touchdown.
Yep.
Tua was 36 for 50 for 469 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Like,
that's like his college stats.
it is his college stats. That's basically when he was throwing the ball to Waddle.
Yes.
And the Waddle, oh my gosh, that needs to. I hope that continues.
Yes.
The Waddle is one of my favorite touchdown celebrations so far this year. Dude, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle together have just been that combo is just lethal.
Tua probably thinks he's at Alabama again. Mm-hmm. He's back at Alabama.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to do like how Russell Wilson does the mental reps.
Mm-hmm.
Like he needs to mentally just picture himself in an Alabama uniform.
Yeah, because he's got the talent again.
Yeah, he does. Tyreek Hill he's the top 5.
Yeah, so he just has to say, hey, my guys are faster than you.
Yes.
This is my I'm going to beat you.
This is how we're going to beat you.
Yes.
Because for some reason, everybody and their grandmother knows Tyreek Hill is by far the fastest person on the field. He's nicknamed the Cheetah. He's nicknamed the fucking Cheetah. Yet he still gets behind everybody. Like,
yes.
How are you going to let that guy like I understand he's the fastest human in the sport of football right now, but this.
Yes.
Give a cushion. Sure, he's gonna catch these little he'll run the little 10-yard stop and then turn play, but it's better than a 57, 60-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah, and it's like the thing is you can't miss an assignment with him.
No.
Because there was one touchdown where the cornerback thought it was zone and that was game over.
Yep, I remember.
It was done.
Yeah, he just blew right past him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's no catching up. There's some receivers where, hey, you could kind of catch up maybe a little bit, or the safety could kind of comb him over and catch up over the top. But Tyreek Hill, no.
Here's the thing. I think both of these teams are very good. It's not like the Commanders, Lions, or the Cardinals, Raiders, where they're two not great teams, but just had really good games. I think this is actually 2 great teams that had a great game.
Yes.
I think the Ravens will be in contention. The Dolphins, I don't think they're gonna win the AFC North, but I don't know if they play like that. If they close out games like that, the Buffalo Miami games are gonna be fucking lit.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Lit. And we get 2 of them this year.
I could see that being an air raid game.
Yes. Oh man, that game. I don't care if the over under is at 57. You smash the over.
Smash the over.
Smash that fucking over.
Oh man.
But yeah.
You see the stat line for Waddle and Hill?
Yeah. I saw it.
It was basically almost identical. It was Hill had 11 catches, 190 yards, and 2 tutties, Waddle had 11 catches, 171 yards, and 2 tutties.
Dude, Jalen Waddle was targeted 19 times. Yeah, it's an Alabama thing.
It's an Alabama thing.
He was targeted 19 times. Tyreek Hill was targeted 13 times.
Yeah.
That Gesicki touchdown catch was fucking fire.
It was, but the celebration was a little left to be desired.
His version of the gritty? Yeah. Fuck off.
It just, gosh, you got to make us white people look bad like that?
Yeah.
You really did look he looked stiff.
Yeah,
there was no bouncing up and down. It was just a straight line motion, he was running.
Yeah, it was weird.
And everything was stiff. It was very stiff.
It's like how white people dance.
Yes.
I'm comfortable enough to say we just need to loosen up. We need the cocaine to be as good as it was back in the 80s. Stop putting fentanyl on our cocaine and then we'll loosen up a little bit, okay?
Make cocaine great again.
Yes. All right, you got anything else on this game?
No, that's about it.
Tuanon is back in full force. Everybody and their grandmother who is part of Tuanon, it's just I told you so. Mm-hmm. It's the ultimate I told you so.
Yep.
All right, let's get to the Colts versus Jaguars. This is one of those games where the big reason the NFL is drunk. This game was like when you're out drinking at a bar and you're getting tipsy, you're getting pretty buzzed, Then you take that shot that just sends you over the edge.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It sends you over to that edge. That was the Colts versus Jaguars.
Yes.
To the NFL. The Colts versus Jaguars was that shot that put you over the edge for the NFL, and that's when they had to puke and rally.
Oh, and when you become and that's when you become not yourself.
Right. Your drunk self starts to take over. Your alternate personalities come out whenever, because everybody has a drunk personality.
Yes.
Like, some people get angry, some people get happy, some people get sad. It's okay, but that's when the NFL came out.
Because this was not the way it was supposed to be.
No, the Jaguars beat the Colts 24-0, and if you bet the Jaguars, to money line on this game, you're lying. If you tell me you bet the Jaguars money line, you're lying.
Yeah, I would have to say so.
Nobody saw this coming. This is where the NFL raked in. I'm starting to think that Atlanta Falcons knew what they were doing by getting rid of Matt Ryan.
I mean, if people were saying that third rounds was not enough value for Matt Ryan, I would think again.
16 of 30 for 195 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and was sacked 5 times.
And the thing is Matt Ryan doesn't need to do all that.
No.
He's doing way too much.
You have Jonathan Taylor.
Just hand the ball.
You gave him the ball 9 times.
Yes.
Which was baffling. You gave Jonathan Taylor the ball 9 times. He averaged 6 yards a carry, which is good.
Yeah. Just continue that.
Do that. Instead, he's throwing the ball to Doolin.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he didn't even have his best wide receiver out there.
No, he's throwing the ball to fucking Doolin, Patman, Stratch. I don't know in half of these names.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good. Congrats to the Jaguars. James Robinson, I think he's kind of starting to solidify himself as the RB number 1.
He is.
I think because even though Travis Etienne's really good, I think James Robinson is the RB1.
Yeah, Travis Etienne's the spellback. He's the spellback. He's the one that if you need a little alternate kind of play calling and
he can catch the ball.
He can catch the ball. You can maybe even throw him as a wide out and stuff. There's some things you can do with Etienne, but as far as a 3-down back, traditional back, James Robinson.
Right. Dude, and if Trevor Lawrence can all right, listen to his stat line. It's crazy. Trevor Lawrence was 25 of 30 for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. That is solid. That's a solid performance.
I was about to say he quietly is having a decent year so far.
And if he can just keep if I believe in Doug Peterson, he won a fucking Super Bowl. He's a good coach. If he keeps this team going, the Jaguars, they're not going to be a problem, but they're going to be like an Atlanta Falcons.
Well, don't look now, but guess who's first in the AFC South?
Is it the Jaguars?
It's the Jaguars.
Well, the AFC South is a dumpster fire. They're drunk. They're drunk and high. They got crossfaded.
They got crossfaded.
So that's crazy. The fact that the Jaguars, that's insane.
The divisional winner should be a wild card.
Yeah, that's true. Especially the way the AFC is going. They should the winner of the AFC South should be a wild card.
They've been demoted.
Yeah. They've been, what is it called? Relegated.
Relegated, yes.
Yeah, they've been relegated. But yeah, this was just stupid. Do you have anything else on the Colts Jaguars?
That's about it.
Okay. Next was Patriots Steelers. Another just boring game.
So boring.
It's I didn't watch it. But I mean, if you look at all the stat lines, it's boring. It's boring as fuck. There's nothing there. Deontay Johnson had the most receiving yards for the Steelers, and he had 57.
It was really just you sitting at the bar with two older guys that are just reminiscing about how the good old days.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, wasting away and not having a good night right now.
Yeah,
that's exactly how this felt.
That's perfect analogy. That was spot on. They're miserable because they all they're doing is thinking about the past. They're not enjoying the present right now.
They're like, oh man, Tom Brady back when Tom Brady, back when Big Ben played. Yeah.
We had Hines Ward.
Yeah.
Bill Cowher days. It was all just hard-nosed, tough football. Super Bowl, baby.
But we all know those people that just all they do is talk about the good old days.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you're missing out on now.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't care. Like, cool. I'm. That's great. You have cool stories. Like, you used to do cool shit. Like, I'm all about. I want to do cool shit now. Like,
Yeah.
bro, stop talking about your past.
Yeah.
Unless it's gonna make me laugh or help me in the future, I don't want to hear about the time that like your friend Dooley got hammered and pissed on a fire truck and then hijacked it and ran it into a brick wall. Like,
I don't remember that game.
I don't know. No, but I'm just giving an example.
I know.
I get it. Cool. Y'all did a lot of Xanax back in the day. That's great. But like, let's fucking party now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just the Nelson Aguilar catch was pretty dope.
He's doing his best impression of replacing Moss.
Yes, that which is nice. This had under written all over it. I think like from the start. I didn't bet the under, but like it had under written everywhere.
Like a Bill Belichick team, and then like a very early stages of a Steelers offense. Developing offense. Yeah, it definitely an under bet.
Let's see what else. What did I have?
I basically just had Aguilar.
That's it. Me too. This was just boring. Under. I like the old man analogy. That was good. Oh, so how long before we see Kenny Pickett?
Time's ticking.
And Mitch did not look great. And you saw how important T.J. Watt is to the Steelers defense.
I would have to say, the T.J. Watt definitely. It's sad to see because I mean he's so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
That's just a loss for the entire game of the NFL. But as far as Pickett goes, I think it might have to be a little bit later on in the season. I'm just gonna say that's based off of Tomlin's coaching style.
Yep.
He's just a little bit more on the conservative side of things. I would have to say he's probably going to be a little bit, I would say second half. If I was to bet on it, I would say second half of the season.
I got you. No, you got anything else in this game?
That's about it.
Well, another pretty boring game, but the G-Men are 2-0.
They are.
They're 2-0.
I think the Giants, based on past years, they can't complain.
Correct.
Yeah, even though
since the boat pick by OBJ.
Yes. Yeah, even though they, it might not have been the flashiest two games and such, they don't have a right to boo because they have not experienced something 2-0 in probably quite some time.
Yes, you're absolutely right. They can't boo.
No.
My biggest takeaway from this game was McCaffrey didn't get hurt. So he's still healthy.
He's basically just like, still, what is it, Elton John singing, I'm still standing.
Yeah.
He really just needs to listen to that every single
time.
Every single week. He's still standing.
As we alluded to earlier, Saquon Barkley, awesome. Dog. He, let's see. He had 21 carries for 72 yards, which I guess isn't the greatest, but like he's taken on a bigger workload, which is always nice to see. And McCaffrey had 15 rushes for 102 yards, which is good, and he also catches the ball. But it was just a boring game. Baker Mayfield's still not good.
Did you notice that the Carolina or Baker does a lot of play actions? Do you think he's just like going into previous season where he really wants to hand the ball up but he turns around and he doesn't have Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt?
Yeah, he's like, wait, who's this white guy?
Yeah, so
this doesn't make any sense.
He's like, turn around, all right, throw the ball.
All right, throw. I'm not handing the ball to you. What are you talking about? Yeah, I guess it'll be an adjustment. I think you'll give him a couple more games, he'll be able to adjust to it a little bit. But again, boring game.
Yeah.
Drunk NFL.
19-16 is literally the ultimate score of like two mediocre teams.
Yeah, I agree. Very mediocre teams. That's all I got for you. You got anything else?
That's about it.
The G-Men are 2-0. G-Men are 2-0. Panthers aren't good. All right, well, might as well rip the Band-Aid off. Saints lost to the Bucs 10-20. This game was 3-3 with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. First little notes, fuck Tom Brady, fuck
Brady.
Mike Evans, and fuck the refs. Okay? Because, first of all, Tom Brady should be suspended. He's the one who started that whole fucking debacle. Marshawn Lattimore should not have been kicked out of the game. Mike Evans needs to go to jail. And the refs just fucking hate the Saints. Like, I know it's like it's like beating a dead horse, like hearing Saints fans talk about the refs, but bro, if you're not on this side of the like the shit that's going on, you don't understand. Like, it's how the Patriots hate Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand it until you're on this side of it. Like, we get fucked all the time by the fucking refs, and it's just blatant. It's blatant.
It is blatant.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I see your little domino effect, and I'm actually going to raise you one. And I think this is all based off of this is all Gisele's fault, because Gisele has frustrated and stressed Tom. Tom took it out on his team in the game, and then Mike Evans took it out on Marshawn Lattimore, and then the refs just took it out on us.
Right. And Tom Brady probably took it out on the refs before pregame.
Yeah. So this is all Gisele's fault.
Refs, if we don't fucking win this game, Gisele's gonna fucking get pissed at me, and then I'm gonna come find you and have somebody else beat you up because I can't do it because I'm a little fucking pussy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, all the arguments that they've been having, and their marriage being in jeopardy, it got all released.
Yeah. I blame Tom Brady 100%. Tom Brady started that bullshit.
Yeah.
Bruce Arians had a little bit to do with it too. Like, they would just... And granted, okay, look, it was a frustrating game. It was a frustrating game as a fan. Like, I can only imagine what it was like as a player. Jameis didn't look great, and I'll admit that. But I think that's part of what makes Jameis. He's going to have that game, but then he's going to come back next week and put up 400 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yes.
Like, that's just kind of the way Jameis is.
Yeah. He's very symmetrical.
Yeah, he had some throws where I was just like, Jameis, I thought you got LASIK, bro. Like,
Now, I will say this. Now, granted, there wasn't a lot of scoring in this game, but I think that was because these are just two really good defenses. These are just two spectacular defenses that you saw. Like, these are going to be the two better defenses in the league. Otherwise, not like the other games where it was just lack of offense.
Correct. I agree. Oh shit. What was I gonna say? Like I said, the game was 3-3 with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a boring game, and the fact that there was a total of 30 points scored is just basically the defenses got tired.
Yes,
that's essentially what happened. The defenses got tired. Us not having Marshawn Lattimore that down the stretch hurt really bad.
Mm-hmm.
A lot worse than them not having Mike Evans. They shouldn't have had Tom Brady, and those refs need to be kicked out of the NFL. But
yeah, how does you know what? If Tom Brady was any other quarterback, he would have been in the middle of that fight because the defensive players would have actually done something to him. Yeah, but the fact that he was Tom Brady, that's how trained everybody is with Tom Brady now. Is that they don't touch him.
Yeah, they cater to that's why he's still 45 and playing like the way he is. Nobody can fucking touch him. It's such bullshit.
Yeah, not even in a fight.
Yeah, no, he gets pampered too. And did you see him post press conference? He looks like a fucking skeleton. Like, his new face does not look good.
Yeah.
He looks like a goddamn skeleton. Like, eat more than just 2 almonds and some guacamole. Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, Halloween's not until a month and a half later.
Yeah, you got plenty of time to look like a goddamn skeleton. Oh, man. Yeah, that game made me hot. It was frustrating. That was one of the more frustrating Saints games I've watched in a while. And I'm a Saints fan, and all we have is frustrating games.
Yes.
All right, you got anything else on this one? I don't really want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, Commanders versus Lions. Are the Lions decent, or are the Commanders just really bad?
Tell me how.
What is this? Is another NFL is drunk game. Like, what? Carson Wentz 30 for 46 for 337 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. I don't know what to say. Like, Jared Goff 20 for 34, 256 yards, 4 touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a dog. Like, I think he played pretty well last game, and this game he went off. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a fucking dog.
Well, the thing is the key to his continued success is now he's dubbed himself a nickname. Obviously, when you have a nickname, you become a better player, and he is the sun god.
Oh, I like that.
The sun god, yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I love that you said that because we talk about this all the time. Bring nicknames back.
Yes.
Bring nicknames back. It makes you immediately 10 times cooler, and you can do so much with it. You can market yourself with it. You can literally do anything.
Yes.
Just bring back nicknames. They're fun.
Sunny D bringing out a commercial. They're going to go to the sun god.
Yeah. That's a great idea. Great idea.
Yeah, I should probably get some profits on that.
Yeah. Or you can just name your kid basically what's supposed to be a nickname, like Dakotas Crawford.
Yes.
Come on. That's his real name, but that's a nickname. You got a nickname as your real name, which is actually pretty cool because he's getting these NIL commercials that are fucking hilarious.
The AC commercials.
The AC commercial. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's like what famous people do. They name their kids something that they can basically market and make profit out of.
Yeah.
Kanye and Kim naming their kid North. Come on. That's the North by Northwest. There you go. Just cashing in. But yeah, that's it. I don't really have too much from this game. It's just I think two mediocre teams just beat up on each other.
Did Dan Campbell cry? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, he absolutely cried. And here's the thing: did DeAndre Swift get hurt?
I was wondering the same thing because why?
I didn't watch this game. Obviously.
Why did Williams get more carries?
Also, he only got 5 carries.
Yeah.
He got 5 carries for 56 yards. So if he did not get hurt and that's all he had, what the fuck? What the fuck was he had to have gotten hurt? I'm convinced he got hurt.
Yeah. I
didn't do any research on this game again because it's Commanders versus Lions, so I didn't even want to look at this game.
Do you think that maybe it was a strategy? Dan Campbell was like, all right, we've got these guys good. I'll bring them back if I need to, but Swift has gotten hurt in the previous seasons. Might want to save him for a game that matters.
Okay.
So he just spat on the Commanders, basically. He's like, haha.
Or he's like, fake out. You thought I was going to use DeAndre Swift, haha, but I ended up rushing. My best rusher was Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god.
The sun god.
2 rushes for 68 yards.
Right.
Fucking awesome. But anyways, you got anything else on this?
That's about it.
The Commanders are hot garbage. That's about my takeaway. All right, let's get through the next 2 games real quick because we have been talking forever. The Jets, Browns. Maybe a little bit of karma for the Browns fans. Maybe a little karma. You might not want to hype up a guy who's allegedly committed 40 rapes. So, did you see those shirts?
No, I did not see the shirts.
Oh, they had some Browns fans had shirts like "Bitch, give me a massage." Yeah, dude, there was some they had jerseys that said massages and for the name 69. Yeah, dude, it was pretty bad. That. I think this is instant. This was instant. Live update. Aaron Judge's hits number 60.
Number 60.
Aaron Judge hit number 60.
Wow.
Judge count. Breaking news. Anyways, yeah. So I think that was karma because you gonna lose to the Jets in the fourth quarter with the fourth quarter comeback. Fuck.
Can we say the Browns are back?
The Browns are back.
The Browns are back.
Yes, the Browns are officially back.
They're back.
I love it. Yeah. Dude, here's the thing. Joe Flacco's not playing terribly. He's not bad. He's not playing bad, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
He's 26 of 44 for 370 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions today or Sunday. Not bad.
No, not too bad.
It's not terrible.
He was able to give Garrett Wilson his coming out party.
Oh man, he's so good. I knew Garrett Wilson was gonna be good though.
Dude, the rookie wide receivers they are coming along.
This is the year of the rookie wide receivers.
Yeah,
it's gotta be.
They're gonna win the rookie offensive MVP of the year
for sure. I mean, and here's the thing: we had crazy wide receivers when Justin Jefferson came out. We had crazy wide receivers when Jamar Chase. I think this is like the best. This is better than both of those.
Ooh, that's saying a lot.
That's saying a lot. Yeah. Amari Cooper, he finally had a game. That was nice. Because I think he got forgotten. He's still an elite wide receiver.
Yes.
He just got forgotten.
Well, I mean, we've noticed that there was some of those people that got forgotten but got brought back along. Devontae Smith came back around with the Eagles. Amari Cooper. There was some of them that,
CeeDee Lamb had a good game. It's like, we're reminded that, these guys are really good. They just had bad week ones.
Or they just weren't a part of the game plan.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. So bad luck Lions fans.
Or Browns fans.
Browns fans, that's it. Browns fans. Sorry, we've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes. I'm a little tired.
I would have to say I really hope this continues, but I feel like ever since those new rules of the onside kicks came out, I feel like we are just getting to turn the corner where the kickers are figuring out how to kick them.
How to kick the onside kicks.
How to kick the onside kicks. I think we're going to give onside kicks back.
Nice. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, right?
I hope so, man. That's great.
Because that was an element I love that element of that game, that you have an opportunity to get that ball back, because that's what the center.
It gives you that hope.
It's the centerpiece of a comeback.
Yeah, it gives you that hope. It's just like, all right, we got a chance, man. We can get the onside kick. We can get the onside kick. Even though the probability is like 99% you're not going to get it, you hang on to that hope.
And it dropped even dramatically whenever they did the safety rules where you can't run up to the line, you have to stay still.
Right.
And so that's the biggest thing, is like they've been trying to figure out how they can, I guess, extend the time of the ball, from going into the defender's hands.
They want the comebacks.
So
the NFL's smart. They're going to do everything they can to make these games interesting. So if you're going to make the probability of a comeback, like, you higher probability of a comeback by making the onside kick easier for the kicking team to recover, they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
that's why they make all the rules that, like, basically you can't hit quarterbacks, you can't hit defenders, or defenders can't hit quarterbacks. All those new rules. The NFL's smart. They know what they're doing. But yeah, you got anything else for this?
That's about it.
Big oof for the Browns. Okay, so the Thursday night game, Chargers versus Chiefs. I am looking forward to many, many more years of this. Many, many more years of this happening. This is awesome. This is great football. This is just pure entertainment. This is primetime type of games. They're both very young quarterbacks.
Yes.
Herbert definitely got hurt. You got to take Brandon Staley. You got to take him out. You remember that? He was hugging his side.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, the way that the game was on the line, I don't know if Brandon Staley could take him out, because I don't think Justin Herbert wanted to get out. I don't know.
Oh no, he definitely didn't want to go out.
Yeah.
I know for a fact he didn't want to go out. That's fine. The players are always gonna most of the time. This is the NFL. It's not the NBA. So most of the time, the players are going to want to stay in the ball game.
Yeah,
they got that fight. That dog.
I mean, he doesn't care. He doesn't care, like, if he has to, like, let up on and throw the ball away on a 3rd and 2. Or what was it? Did he go down? I forgot what it was. If he went down, or if he just threw the ball away.
I can't remember.
I think he threw the ball away.
I think he threw the ball away too.
Yeah, and then just come back with an absolute dime the next play.
This is unreal. He's so fucking good. I fucking love Justin Herbert. He's so good. But yeah, this is just it's exactly what I thought the Chargers Chiefs game was gonna be. They were like, Mike Williams is good. He looked really good Thursday.
He had a coming back game as well.
Yes, he did.
Those receivers that we're talking about.
Right. Yep, that's part of that category. Here's the thing. The Chiefs are just spreading the ball out to everybody. Like, Patrick Mahomes is just throwing to anybody. He's that good. He's good at checking down, reading, making his reads, and if he's just gonna find the open guy, he's like Drew Brees almost. It's like, you never knew having a Saints wide receiver on your fantasy team was so tough. unless you're Marcus Colston. But like having a the Saints wide receiver on your fantasy team was so tough because you never knew where Drew Brees was going, and he would throw like to 7 wide receivers within the first 14 pass attempts.
Yep.
Like it was just it was unreal, and that's kind of the way Patrick Mahomes is. Like they're just that good at their position that they can pass to anybody.
Yes.
Like he threw it to like, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He threw it to like 10 different guys.
Yep, that's the strategy now, and that's basically what they did. Essentially, we're saying whenever they moved on from Tyreek Hill, it's like, hey, we're going to spread the ball now.
Yeah, you have no idea who's going to get the touchdown. Like Travis Kelce's obviously going to get his yards and his targets, but like as far as everybody else goes, you have no idea.
I feel like that's Andy Reid patting himself on the back.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like, hey, look,
he's a very great coach.
He's like, all right, now that we don't have like the most talented player on the field, I'm going to show you how to run an offense, and this is what we're going to do.
Yep. I mean, like, here's the thing. Andy Reid's always been a great a great coach. He just couldn't get it done in Philly. And Philly,
He almost did.
I know, but you know how Philly is.
Yes.
You can win a Super Bowl and then 3 years later be on a different team.
Yeah, Kansas City, much more welcoming fan base.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, they understand that. Like it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Some people go through slumps. You get it. Pittsburgh Steelers are another team that are like that.
Yes.
Although I think the Steelers do a better job of just hiring coaches in general, but. Yeah, they're not like the Jacksonville Jaguars when hiring coaches. Again, Urban Meyer to Nebraska.
Yes, Urban Meyer to Nebraska.
Let's go. Come on, please let it happen.
Let's make it happen.
I would love it. You got anything else in this game?
What'd you think about Thursday night football on Prime?
That was awesome. It's difficult. I liked it, but the fact that you have to have an account really fucks it up with bars. So, like, if you go out to watch the game, because I know this because I work at 2 different bars, and there was a bunch of them that didn't show the game because they weren't prepped for it. Like, they didn't know how to, like, for some reason, I don't know why people just aren't, they haven't adapted to technology. Like, dude, it's an Amazon Prime account. Like, half of us have it, and you log in and you stream the freaking game. Now, with that being said, this is genius by Amazon.
Yes.
Because if you want to watch the fucking game, you have to watch that. You have to watch it on their platform, and you have to watch their advertisements that they put.
Yes.
Like, it's not like you can just flip the channel anymore. You have to exit out of the app and then go back into another app to change the channel.
It's Jeff.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Bezos' way of showing us and telling us that he owns us.
Yes, he owns the world.
He owns us.
That's true. If you can own the NFL like that, that means you own the world.
Yeah, which you saw basically Roger Goodell and Bezos talking in the stands. They're basically negotiating the rights to the NFL because he's going after the NFL next.
Oh yeah. No, see, most rich people, they want to try and buy a sports team. They want to buy a franchise like an NFL team. No, Bezos is so fucking rich that he's gonna buy the NFL.
He's gonna buy the NFL.
He will be like over all the owners.
Yeah.
He's just going to own the owners.
It's going to be the National Football League by Amazon.
By Amazon. The Amazon Football League. That's what it's going to be. Yeah, absolutely. And, like, it was just, it's insane. It really is. Because, like, you have to watch, like, the value of those commercials on a primetime game is going to be just astronomical because they have to watch it. We have to watch those games. And here's the thing. The genius part about it is Jeff Bezos knows that we are all addicted to the NFL, so we are going to watch it. Like,
yeah.
It's not a matter of if, it's just when.
Yeah. And it doesn't help the fact that he's like, hey, look, you know that guy Kirk Herbstreit that you all know and love? Yeah, we're going to give him more money than he's ever seen in his entire lifetime to be on.
Mm-hmm. And oh, dude, they did awesome.
Yes.
Like, and here's the thing. I think the best part about that is they were awesome, and this was their first time, and I think, like, Kirk Herbstreit, once he settles in and relaxes a little bit, that they're going to be an all-time duo.
Yes.
Like, Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit are just... Everybody loves them.
Yeah. I mean, it's just that he takes a second to, learn all the players on the rosters and stuff like that. But only just to remind himself because he's seen them all in college.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, okay, I'm not going to lie. When I was watching the game, it was a little weird seeing Kirk Herbstreit calling an NFL game.
Yeah.
It was a little weird. It took me a while to adjust to it. So I think that's why I was a little like hesitant. I didn't really like it too much at first. I thought like he was holding back. I think he could have like done a little bit better. But I also think it was just because it was weird seeing him announce an NFL game.
He was adjusting to the game, and you were adjusting to him.
Yes, exactly. Perfect. Done. You got anything else?
We can move on.
All right, so I didn't take any notes on college, so let's do college a little quickly because we are going an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you want to start with?
Just so much football going on.
Auburn, Penn State.
Yeah, we can kind of go through here. I would have to say this was last week was the game, or was the week of upsets. This was the week of almost.
Almost, yes. I think college football kind of adjusted to itself.
We had some upsets, but I didn't think it was like big time, like big upsets like we saw, like, you know, where just the unranked teams were just, you know, knocking out a bunch of
Texas almost beat Alabama.
Yes, that type of stuff. But yeah, Auburn got destroyed, got pummeled by, or whatever kind of adjective you want to say, by Penn State.
It was a whoop ass.
It was all of the above.
Whooping. They got whooped.
Yes.
They got whooped. And I lost a lot of money off of that because I really thought Auburn was going to win.
I think the biggest surprising fact of that game is there's been no press conference yet.
Really?
Yeah, like Brian Harson's gone. He's done. He's done. There's no coming back.
Yeah,
especially the offseason that they had. No coming back from there.
Yeah.
Next game, we had BYU go down to Oregon.
Okay, that's another case of the rankings are stupid and nobody should pay attention to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You pay attention to Vegas because I think Oregon was favored in that game. Like the line was minus something to Oregon.
Yes.
And the rankings are just on a continuous drunk bender. That's all it is.
Yes.
It's just these old guys that think they still have. These old guys that are sitting in a room that think they still have influence over the college football system. Like, bro, it's getting to the point where y'all aren't going to be needed. Like, especially when they expand the playoff.
Yep.
It's not going to matter anymore.
It's not going to matter.
And honestly, everybody should be listening to Vegas anyways. And we had another case of this with the Texas A&M. Or, I'm sorry, no. What other game? There was a game last week where they had, like, it was, I can't remember what it was. I think it was the Georgia game. No. Oh, I can't remember. There was a game where the Ohio State-Notre Dame game. Mm-hmm. Ohio State was favored by minus 17.
In week one.
Week one. Ohio State was favored by minus 17.5.
Yep.
And it was number 3 playing number 5.
Yes.
The rankings are stupid. They need to. They need to just. Them and Vegas need to come together and figure this shit out.
Vegas needs to do the rankings.
Agreed.
You need to be able to bet on the rankings, yes. And that's what's gonna.
Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna go the opposite direction. I think Vegas loves that shit because they basically make money off of this shit. They're like, well, yeah, but I'm sorry, they're ranked, like Oregon's ranked number 25 and BYU's 13, or BYU was what, 12?
12.
BYU's 12. They're going to bet BYU because these simpletons, they'll see the rankings, the old school guys especially, they'll see the rankings and like, well, that's insane. I don't understand why Oregon is favored by 3. We're going to bet BYU. And then this shit happens because Vegas, guess what? Vegas knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, the old guys are like, yeah, I mean, well, Zach Wilson, Taysom Hill, you know, like they played at BYU. Right. So BYU could be good.
Yeah. Oh, and that's a huge problem. No, like I'm serious. Like like for a while, after like in 2020, after Joe Burrow, like people just thought LSU was going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And it was just like, nah, we lost everybody.
Lost everybody.
But it was like, but we had Joe Burrow. Coach O is still coaching.
Coach O is still coaching.
Coach O, where's the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Speaking
great.
of Coach O, did you see him at the Miami game?
No, I didn't see him.
And he's had some fine chick with him too.
Oh yeah, I did see that actually.
Yeah, and
Yeah, dude, he's just living his best life.
he really is. He's tan head to toe. He's just living
tan
that
as
beach
fuck,
beach
and-
life.
yeah.
He's got himself a nice little broad. He's living the life.
I love it.
He cashed out.
He cashed out and it's just like he's basically like what everybody like dreams of doing. It's like winning the lottery and they're just going and pigging out on a Caribbean beach with some like hot ass chick sucking on your dick.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what Coach O. He's living the dream.
Yeah, because he achieved his dream. He achieved his dream, and now he's just like, I'm done. I don't have to coach another down.
Exactly.
Ever.
He gave LSU the greatest season that we've ever experienced in our lives. In my opinion, and obviously it's biased, but it's the greatest college football season of all time.
Yes.
Like, we beat 7 top 10 teams.
Yes.
Like, and just the records that were broken and just all the storylines, it was
At his
unreal.
favorite team,
At his favorite team, his hometown team. Like, it was a year for the ages. Anyways, let's
wrap up
going.
real quick. Next game, we had another upset. Texas A&M and Miami, a battle of top 25 teams, 17-9. Honestly, didn't even feel like an upset. It felt like another overrated team, Miami.
Yes, another one of those cases where listen to Vegas, don't listen to the rankings.
Yep. The big upset of the weekend, Washington 39 over Michigan State 28. I know we've got some Go Green fans. That was a little tough for them.
I lost money on that.
Yeah.
Michigan State was always my cover team.
Yep.
Was my cover team, and that it was tough. It stung.
I think it's an odd game. And you know what? If I know anything from good teams in the past, this is kind of one of those games you need is an early loss, bad loss that you can use as a lesson. Sometimes teams use that as a come around.
I like that. That's a good spin zone.
Yeah.
Good spin zone.
Remember when Tim Tebow, he lost that one game and he was like, I'm never losing again.
Yeah.
And he never lost again.
So do you think Michigan State's never going to lose again?
Never going to lose again.
All right. What's the next game you got?
And then these were the almost. So here we had South Florida almost should have beat Florida.
Yeah, they should have.
Should have beat Florida.
They should have won that.
They just literally kicked themselves in the foot on that one. What was it? They had a bad snap that set them a little bit far back, and then the hold was bad. Florida didn't win that. South Florida lost it.
Yes.
Ohio State and Toledo. I only mentioned this one because this was a little bit close at the beginning, and it was like 21-14. Like Toledo was like keeping up with them, and then Ohio State said "fuck you" and beat them by 77-21. But it was close at first.
It got close.
It was not supposed to be close at any point, so right. I got to give Toledo credit for that one. But and then these were the funny ones. Arkansas almost lost to Missouri State, who has Bobby Petrino
as their coach.
Oh, that's good. Came back and almost beat Arkansas.
Damn, that would have been so sweet.
That would have been real sweet.
That would have been so sweet.
And then Wake Forest, 37 over Liberty, 36, which also has a former, FBS coach in Hugh Freeze.
Yep.
So
that's true.
Hugh
Freeze, the Ole Miss guy that was trying to solicit prostitutes to his recruits.
He did.
Oh yeah, he did solicit prostitutes.
He did. Did you see those recruiting classes? He did.
Yeah. He got all of them laid.
Yes.
They all got laid.
Yeah. So
which is smart if you can get away with that. Yeah, that's almost better. That's sometimes better than money.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else?
No, and then I think for the coach firing tracker.
Oh, Herm Edwards.
Herm Edwards went down.
Apparently, it was a mutual parting from Arizona State.
There's been some off-season stuff and some scandals.
He wasn't really doing great at Arizona State either. Like I think he was another one of those like hype train ended up crashing type thing.
Well, it was more of that, like Arizona State could have used the big publicity of having Herm Edwards with his name recognition, and they could have been fine with like mediocre years and just giving him time to have some good years every now and then. But those scandals that they had, that was just too much. That was just you can't have mediocre seasons and have scandals.
Exactly. exactly. You got to have great teams, and then they can cover up the scandals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
College football in a nutshell.
Yes, exactly. Let's see. Other news, Roger Federer is going to retire. I wish he would evolve from the game like Serena did, but...
Did you not think that was the interpretation whenever he said it's time to end my competitive career? Maybe he's evolving?
No, he might be. So he's going into non-competitive tennis.
Yeah, he didn't make it as
that
open.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. He should have said evolving.
Yeah, evolving is the best way to go. That's my favorite.
So
we talked about it earlier. Aaron Judge, number 60. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's one away from Roger Marist. And I guess the one thing I want to end off with is the Tigers are back. Tigers are back. Let's go Tigers, baby.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. We are back. We were not supposed to beat Mississippi State like we did. Joe, you were at the game. How was it?
Oh, fantastic. Great atmosphere, as always.
Yeah, I was about to say, the Mississippi State game usually is played during the day. But it was at 6 o'clock 6 o'clock Central, right? Or 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock Central.
5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern. So there was a little daylight. It went into the nighttime. I'm used to this game being at noon. This is a noon game to me.
Yeah.
Or an 11 o'clock game. But yeah, it's always a great atmosphere. For some reason, it's just in my brain, it's just like I don't think we should be playing Mississippi State as closely as we do because they've beaten us like the last 2 years.
Well, we beat them last year, but it was close.
That's right.
And then the year before they kind of stomped us.
Yeah, they crushed us.
But that's the time when we made KJ Costello an actual Heisman candidate.
Right. Well, okay, so this game, it was Southern was nice because we shit on them. We got back on track. I think Brian Kelly's actually getting a hold of the team the way he wanted to in the first half. It was the first game, new head coach, new starting quarterback, new offensive line. There were so many factors that went into that stupid Florida State game. I think he has it.
Florida State played a game before us too.
They played a game before us, yeah. So they had reps, and so I think LSU's back on track. I'm back on the hype train. I'm back thinking LSU's going to make the playoffs. That's how stupid I am, but I don't care.
I mean, let's put it this way. I was with a Mississippi State fan, and before the game, really liked his team. Really did like his team, and by the end of it, he was like, LSU thumped us.
Yeah, no,
LSU,
it was a stomping. It was only a 15-point game, but it was just it seemed like LSU had control of the game the whole time.
Well, let's put it this way: Mississippi State did come out first, firing, but once the adjustments were made, which is a good sign of a progressing team.
Yep, a good coach too.
Yes, there was a thumping.
I'm all in on the fake accent.
Yeah,
Brian Kelly,
we're back in on the fake accent.
We're back.
We're back with you.
Let's ride. But yeah, Tigers are back. We're going to the ship. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's ride. You got anything else?
That's about it.
All right. We will see y'all next week. Love you.
Later.